All right, up next we have Cancer, Rising, and Sun. This is a significant full moon for you because it's happening in your sign, in your first house, with the Sun opposite it in the seventh house of relationships. And that's definitely something that I'm seeing with the Two of Cups reverse and the Love card coming out. I really feel like you guys are coming into a state of realizing kind of what you really want and what you're really worth within relationships. There is an enhancement of self love. Some of you guys could find that you are kind of leaving paradigms or relationships that didn't really meet you halfway, or that you are entering into a relationship that actually does. With the Six of Pentacles, this feels like, yes, I'm with somebody who's on the same page as me. And this is any kind of relationship. It doesn't just have to be romantic, but it feels like you're increasing your level of self-awareness, self-worth, self-esteem, and that's leading you to attract people into your life that are on that same page as you. With this moon also sextiling Jupiter in the 11th house, it's highly encouraged right now to go and put yourself out there. You have magnetic energy, you have a strong emphasis in your relationships, so the people are going to be drawn towards you and they're going to be feeling this good vibe that you are in. So if you're finding yourself in unhealthy dynamics, I feel like you could honestly walk away and feel good during this full moon. It has a really good energy overall. I'm not seeing it as being too negative, and so it's almost like you're just leaving and you immediately find greener pastures. It's almost like you're just deciding, I don't put up with that, I want this, and then you immediately kind of get that. So really believing in yourself is important here, because this full moon also trines Saturn in the ninth house. So there could be something here where you are wanting to commit to something that will help you grow in terms of your personal development. So there might be something that you decide to study, or that you might decide to go on a trip, or a spiritual retreat, or something that feels like it helps you come more into your own essence and your greater fullness of a person, and again, recognition of your own beauty and your own worth. So this feels like a time of kind of furthering your spiritual or personal development practice, so that you can create more self-awareness, learn more about yourself, and support yourself even better. And I feel like if you decide to commit to that, if you decide to move in that direction, do whatever you're feeling innately called to do, you'll find that you attract maybe some really cool friends from that experience, or that you have some ideas about what you want to do next in your life. But I feel like I really feel like this is relationships. I think you're going to be truly kind of upheld by those around you if you decide to commit to your independent journey first. And one of the reasons I say that is because the moon's in your first house. It's about you. It's not about other people. It's not about how they're feeling or whatever. You're not making decisions based off of that. You're making it off of a soul level instinct of what's best for you and how to protect and care for yourself, which is a Cancer experience. And I feel like some of you guys that might be doing something on your own, or deciding to invest in something that would help support you or help care for you, help care for your health, your well-being, that could indicate that you're going to decide to do something that will actually, around this period of time, that will actually end up making you feel very abundant, or feel like you have a lot to offer, or even just accumulate more money. But there's a sense of you expanding in many ways, and because of that, you're up leveling and attracting people who are more of a match and not necessarily the kind of previous people that you were engaged with. Right now, Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius, conjunct Mars in your sixth house. A little bit of a dysfunctional energy. There could be some nervousness, some busyness. Maybe you're feeling a little bit flustered or overwhelmed or frantic in terms of your day-to-day life, your work, your health, or your routines. So if you naturally have a lot of inflammation or anxiety, this might kind of get stirred up a little bit more at this time, especially because this Mercury-Mars conjunction also squares Neptune in your ninth house. You might get a little bit confused. So even though you're like, okay, yeah, I want to do this thing for myself, and I want to, value myself in this way or whatever, I feel like this energy of Mercury is a little bit of like a gnat kind of flying around, buzzing in our ear, bothering us. And it's like, making us uncertain about what we're doing, or making us have a harder time with the routine of it or the dedication to it. And so this is kind of a reminder to keep to your practices, the things that maintain the structure of your life, maintain that grounding. And that might not be through the usual means, though, because this energy is not really coherent. It's not really best for like grounded energy. You might have a lot going on, or just like things kind of being pulled in many directions. So if that's the case with this trining the North Node in the 10th house, I feel like to maintain that groundedness, it's really about prioritization with what is most important for your long-term goals and who you want to become. So as long as you can maintain the things that move the ball forward in that sense, that make the most significant difference in your life over time, that is what's going to, I think, help you the best. So having some kind of plan, having some kind of vision with this Two of Wands, like knowing where to put that energy can really help, because again, I could see you guys being a little bit flustered. I really feel like you guys are entering into a phase where you're just very attractive, with Venus being in Scorpio in your 5th house, trining Neptune in the 9th, sextiling Pluto in the 7th. This is really magnetic, kind of like sexy energy where you might feel creative, you might feel inspired, you might feel like people are seeing you, people are honoring your gifts, people are stoked about what you do and who you are and want to be around you. And so I feel like you guys are highly encouraged to kind of dive into your creative endeavors. The Ace of Wands came out reverse. So maybe it's about knowing where you want to prioritize and invest your creative fire and your sexual energy. And maybe sometimes you'll pull it away from one project and you'll put it into another. And it doesn't have to be anything significant. It's just that you're kind of feeling into what is the best and most intuitive like place that you want to work right now, or that you want to invest in right now, or who you want to spend time with right now. If you're dating multiple people, it's like, let's just kind of, maybe you'll kind of shift your energy and focus and attention, essentially is what I'm trying to say. But it seems like it's all flowing. There's no issues there. It's all positive. It's not going to make that other thing a detriment, in my opinion. So ultimately, I feel like you guys are coming into an energy of focusing on yourself, your desires, your worth, and calling in relationships that reflect that back to you. And I think that you guys are also being very much supported spiritually by this energy. And maybe there are things that are happening behind the scenes that are working out in your favor that you don't even fully understand yet, because Cancer does tend to be the moon, Cancer, tends to be a little bit more hidden. It's the nighttime planet. So I ultimately feel like the things that are happening now are just the start of something great. And I'm really excited for you guys to see how that unfolds into something more obvious. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Cancer. Before you hop off, I have 3 announcements. So the first 2 are 2024 forecast. One is a Notion template where I list out all the transits and the energy of those transits. And the second one is a personal forecast where I sit down with you and explain everything in great detail month by month. If you're interested in purchasing those to plan your year ahead, you can find those down below. The third thing is that I'm still trying to interview 10 different healers for this program that I'm trying to create. So basically, if you are a healer of the mind or the body for individuals and you want to use astrology to better help your clients, then please email me contact@willowsbloom.com. You can put in healer interview in the subject and I will get back to you. And in return, I'll give you a 2024 forecast and we can look at your chart a little bit. So I hope to see you guys there. And if not, have a beautiful Christmas. And I love you guys. Bye.